All right, boys, welcome to my house. I wanted to start with this first video and send out a couple of drills that we did at the academy about over a week ago now when I seen you guys all home with your PVC pipe um, and your tennis balls. So what I want to do is go through some of the hitting progressions. Parents, really important if you can to watch them do it because you're going to see some things that they don't even feel. So I'm going to try to give you some of the cues on what to look for. Also, would highly recommend, I told the boys, but I'm sure they've already forgotten, do this in front of a mirror. If you have one of those cheap stand up like mirrors from Target, lean that against something. They could do it in the bathroom. They're not going to be swinging this PVC pipe on a couple of the drills. um, Somewhere where they could check themselves even better so they can see it. If not, parents, step out there and help them out. So the first one we're going to do is to work on your stride and load, because one thing that we do is we tend to often load with our hands, but we really don't want to push our hands away from our body. When we load and stride, we want to actually leave our body away from our hands, which is opposite. So the first one we have them do is we have them set up the hip pitchers down there. I told them just kind of stand normal. Some hands are down here, some hands are up here, doesn't matter. Wherever they are, just right there, just let the pipe slide down to the ground so their hands don't move. So this is going to be my starting position. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to load, really push that pipe down into the ground, create some stability. I'm going to load, and when I stride, my hands aren't going to move at all. But what you see, my body goes away from my hands. It creates a little bit of tension in the core, and it gets them so they're not pushing their hands away, because what happens a lot when we push our hands away to load, we swing this really flat, long swing. It's basically like casting. So all I'm doing is just about 10, 20 reps. Relax, push it down, stride, keep that shoulder closed. It's going to stop us from doing this right away because all we are is stride, loading, boom, striding. Pipe doesn't move, but my body moves. After that, then we'll start to go into a little bit of disconnect between the hips and the trunk. And when we were out there last week doing this, I really noticed a lot of the kids are unable to separate their hips from their upper body. One of the main reasons why we don't swing the barrel as fast, we don't throw as hard, is that disconnect in the core. So what I mean by that, in golf it's termed the X factor, but what I mean by that for this is we're going to go ahead and do step one. We're going to stride, and from here I want to really not move my upper body at all, but you start to see my lower body start to turn. So I'm turning my hips without moving my upper body at all. What we saw a lot about out the other day, kids, is they would do this, and instead of turn your hips only, the hands and everything would start to go. This is turning both at the same time. I want my hands not to move and just turn my hips. So we're starting to get into that point where you get your hips turned, your upper body's still loaded, and it creates a rubber band effect. So rubber bands here, and now as I turn to this, it stretches the rubber band. So the last thing to do would be the upper body to come through and hit. So that would be the disconnect, or step two of the progression. So step one, just stride and loading, do this about 10 times. Step two would be same thing, but now I'm just going to add some hip tilt to it. Do there, maybe do a couple, maybe stride out. 1, 2, 3, come back, reset, stride out. 1, 2, 3. Next one we're going to do is going to be to actually take the PVC pipe. There is going to be some swinging in this, but it's going to be at about 20-30% of a normal swing. A lot of the kids, when we did it, they went right to swing as hard as they can. All we're going to do in this drill is we're going to do the same thing. We're not holding on, but we're going to stride, keep that shoulders closed. We're going to go ahead and let the hips turn a little bit. Now all we want to do is we want to bring the PVC pipe through, but we want to get as close to our body as we can. So this is going to teach us to tilt and turn and not just flat rotation. So this would be a flat rotation swing where we want to keep that elbow in, and it's more of a turn and swing. So by doing it with here, we're going to hold it, pitcher's on there, pointing that one right at the pitcher so that way I know I'm not open or closed off. Stride, turn the hips, and from here, my back elbow is going to come into my ribs, I'm going to try to paint a line with the back of the PVC pipe as close to my feet as possible, and come up, and then come back around. Boom, boom, there, through, and around. You can do it a little bit faster. We really want to get them just to feel this. Do a bunch of those. Again, maybe 10 of them, 20 of them, however long they could stand. And move on to the final one that we're going to do for today. Is going to be to hold it like a bat. Now they are going to swing this thing, so you do want some clearance. Probably in a bathroom is not going to work out for this one too well. But we're going to hold the bat about halfway, or sorry, PVC pipe about halfway through. The biggest part's the front end, so we don't want to be way down here. We want to, if you're going to air with the longer part on the bottom. So we're going to get ready to hit, same thing. We're going to stride, leave our hands where they are. We're going to rotate, then we're going to swing without hitting ourselves with the PVC pipe. So we're going to come in through here, swing, PVC pipe hasn't hit me, finish, and then reset. Well, you'll notice if they're real flat swinging or they start to swing with their hands and cast out, they're going to be here. So right when they swing, they're going to do this and they're going to hit themselves with the PVC. A lot of our boys do this. In fact, when we took some video of them hitting those little mini balls at practice one day, even though the balls were dropping, they were still swinging so far underneath the ball because they were swinging all hands. And then from here, it was more just like a swing up and over. Doing this, hitting yourself. But if we can get them to leave their hands, get here, get tilted, and create bat lag, not bat drag. Get through, the elbows in close to the ribs, finish, down, and through without hitting themselves. It's a great hitting drill. Boom, boom, and finish. You can do some in full speed if they get comfortable, but we want to make sure in the beginning they're going real slow. Real slow to feel it, then if they want to pick it up, they can. So we got the 4 drills, again, real quick. Just working on keeping your hands still, striding away from your hands. Then we're going to add the rotation without letting the upper body move. Just get those hips turning. Then we'll go into our across the chest one. Really focusing on the same thing, but keep getting that back elbow down, tilting, and tracing that line close to your body. Then the last one, putting it all together with the full swing, trying to get through that way and not cast. Whoops. There's the first video. Let's get them to work. Any questions, text me or hit me up on Team Snap. We'll help you out. Feel free to take a video of your kid doing it and text it to me, and I'll look it over. No problem.